We want to thank everybody, man, for engaging with us on our social media. Everybody for liking and subscribing to the YouTube page. Please remember to continue to like, share, and subscribe, man. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. We up on TikTok, man. So remember to go over to the TikTok page. Go ahead and follow us over there, man. Check out all of the clips over there. Like the YouTube link is over there as well. Links to all of our other social sites, the Instagram, Facebook, they all are attached over there as well. I'm your host, Jason Flake, my co-host, Lance Reynolds, aka the People's Champ.
What up, though?
So much to discuss in the world of sports, man. I want to open with this Teddy Bridgewater controversy, man.
Yeah.
Because I was really offended when I saw that. I believe it was the Florida State High School Athletic Association suspended him this past week. He's the head coach down at Miami Northwestern.
Yes.
And they won the state championship in 2024 as football program. They suspended him. And when I read what he had done to be suspended, I was offended because he had done such horrible things like pay for meals, Uber and rides, so that people could get to school activities safely,
recovery,
and promptly. Also recovery.
Yeah.
And his position is that, and then I came to find out he was volunteering. He was not taking a salary,
right,
in the first place. Also, he said that that you can't really fire me because I'm not taking any money, and also, I will continue to be committed to the kids from the bleachers. Also, another thing that apparently he did wrong was solicit the fan base to also give, if they felt, if they saw fit, in order to help him in these endeavors. And whoever suspended him, first of all, ought to be ashamed of themselves. If there's a problem with providing meals and rides to young people, there's a problem with the rules and not with the individual who's providing the meals and the rides and the recovery. So whoever can rectify that situation, they should do so immediately and promptly, and without pause, and reinstate him, and put this behind them before the letter writing campaign ramps up, for them to be terminated and removed. And I understand that there are rules and you don't want improper benefits to be given, but he's not buying Rolexes, he's not buying luxury cars, he's making sure that kids get the things that they need in an underserved area. And if he was allowing kids to fall by the wayside, then they'd be trying to pathologize criminality. But because he's not doing that, because he's somebody that has means and he's going in his own pocket and taking care of these kids, then they trying to punish him for doing that too. So it seems to me like it's a double-edged sword. And Teddy Bridgewater has done absolutely nothing wrong as far as I can tell.
Nope.
Unless there's some detail that was left out of what I read, the research that I did. Teddy Bridgewater is a hero. He's not a villain. He doesn't need to be suspended or reprimanded. He needs to be applauded. But I'll take your thoughts on that, if you have any that differ from mine.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, just the one thing that, again, that's glaringly obvious. And, it'll probably piss a lot of people off, but, Miami's in Florida.
Yeah.
And this is some Florida, administrative nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely.
This man is being targeted.
Yep.
For giving a damn. And that's as light as I can put it on YouTube airwaves.
Yeah. Real
about talk. A school that is 90% African American.
That's right.
9% Hispanic. 75% of those students are underserved.
Yep.
So that should be the story.
Yeah.
Like that, and how long those numbers that I just rambled off, how long have these 75% been underserved?
Yeah.
That should be the story.
Right.
Not that someone cared enough.
Correct.
A volunteer, like you said, he wasn't a teacher or on staff or anything like that. I mean, this is his own time. I think what he spent about $14,000 of his own money.
Right.
And curse him for wanting the community to volunteer
Yeah,
and contribute to
exactly. Yeah,
to cultivating the kids in this community. I
right.
mean, it's one of those things. The more energy that you put into it, you get mad
Yeah,
because it's so insulting. Because I mean, you look at somebody like a Brett Favre that again took money from underserved people
right. Yeah, real talk.
to build his daughter a practice gym for their volleyball team.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
right.
And so,
But
this is
but they investigated that and found no
yeah,
wrongdoing.
no wrongdoing at all. But I mean, again, like this is where we're at. I mean, for some reason, Florida has become backwards.
Yeah, right.
Sorry,
That's another conversation.
sorry to the sensible people of Florida. Again, nothing's a monolith.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. That's how much he gave. He gave 200,000.
Oh, it was 200,000
Yep. Okay.
total.
Yeah.
Okay, so even still with that, I
Yeah.
mean, it's high school kids getting Raising Cane deals
Yeah.
and getting paid NIL deals and money now from schools
Right.
that far exceed that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not like he was buying Teslas
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
You're not buying
Jordans
luxury cars,
and
man.
condoms.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like
And my thing is if anything, this points out the deficiency on behalf of the Florida State High School Athletic Association that kids needed rides to and from
absolutely.
and meals, and he had to go in his own pocket to provide them.
Yeah, again, the story should be the underserved.
Correct. Do better than
yeah,
if he's not able to if him doing that is suspendable or was a problem, then do better as an athletic association and provide meals and provide rides for kids to and from school activities.
when you turn the mirror on people.
Yeah, I mean, and that's probably what the real problem is.
Yeah, well, 100%
is that it reflects poorly on them that these kids didn't really have all that they needed. But yeah, so
I mean, dude, you run around for a couple weeks and don't wash your face and brush your teeth or shave, and you don't come across a mirror and someone shows it to you, you'll probably freak out and run the other way.
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I mean, it's really gross. I hope the noise gets louder around this.
I do too.
I hope the noise, most importantly, gets louder around these kids.
Yep.
That are underserved, because if Teddy, which I don't think he will, if he lets them succeed and deter him, then these kids are back at a deficit.
Yeah.
And
he's already said that he's committed. He was like, I'll volunteer from
and
the
God bless
bleachers
him
like
for
I
that.
did
What
before.
I mean? Shout out Teddy.
And again, I think that when you have done well like he's done, I believe he's made $65 million in career earnings. And one of the rudest things that you can do is count somebody's money. I don't know his obligations. I don't know what he has to do, but I'm sure that he's done well in his life and he wants to pay it forward.
Yeah.
He sees people in need and he wants to look out for them. These are kids that, again, he was coaching, he had probably built relationships with, and he wants to make sure that they're okay. And he sees a need. He's like, I'm gonna meet the need and we'll figure out the rest in the aftermath.
Yeah. And not many players, know and can attest to how quickly it could all be taken away from you.
Yeah. Like
I mean, this dude almost lost his leg.
Yeah.
Like, forget the career.
Yep.
So he's got a story that he can, that young players and young men can learn from.
Absolutely.
And to deter that in any way, and in any way remotely, make it like a civil issue is crazy to me.
Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater, man. You a hero.
Yeah,
to
for
us
sure.
here,
Keep doing
man.
your thing, Teddy.
And we gonna figure out how we can support you, how the Everybody Has One family can lend support to you and to your cause and to what you're doing, man. Put a GoFundMe up so that the community at large can reach out and give some assistance. And also obviously we will give updates on that story as they become available.
Yeah, I think they gonna, they gonna probably quench that real
Yeah,
quick.
I was gonna say, yeah, right. I think that'll become a non-story and he'll be reinstated. Something tells me because there's a lot of community outcry at this point.
Rightfully so.
Let's move on to some off-season
Yes, sir.
discussion. Young Cooper Flag had back-to-back 30-plus point games in summer league, I believe.
No, no, the first game.
No, yeah, he had a bad game the first
Yeah, the
game.
first game he had like 13.
Yeah, he had I think he had 10.
I think it was something like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
It was something real modest.
Yeah, because he shot poorly, but then I thought he had back-to-back good games.
Yes,
Or was
no,
it
he only played
just
two.
one good. Yeah, okay, so he had a 30-plus
the
point
second
game.
game.
Then they shut him down. So he had a really good game, but the first game was against Bronny James.
Yeah.
Obviously the Lakers and Bronny James, and then he had a really good, excellent second game, and then they shut him down. What do you think about Cooper Flag? Obviously he's extremely young. I think he doesn't turn 19 until later this year, right?
Yeah.
So he's 18 now. We talked a little bit about him, I think, but we haven't really discussed how you see what do you foresee for his rookie season. I like him a lot. But he is very young. There's a dichotomy there. And also, with the Kyrie injury, there's some forecasting that he'll be asked to kind of be a primary ball handler a lot more, even though I think they did sign D'Angelo Russell. And I actually like him as a regular season performer. I believe Kyrie is projected to come back sometime around the All-Star break, depending on whose forecast you believe. So what do you see for him in his rookie season? How do you see him performing?
I think he'll be up and down, but I think it'll be more. I think his peaks will be really high because Cooper Flag does a lot of things, that you don't have to, get in his ear about.
Right.
He's self-motivated. He's nasty.
Yeah.
And he's skilled.
Yeah, he is.
He's skilled. I mean, he's one of those guys. I think what he does best is defend.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like he's a disruptor defensively. They throw a lot of comparisons out with him, but he reminds me a lot of a longer like Russell Westbrook.
Oh wow, okay.
So like when they were saying like putting the ball in his hands, I see it. Because I mean he can beat everybody down the floor.
Yeah.
Now, can he, maintain his handle while taking a bump in the NBA with a grown man? That I think that's more
right. That's a part of the
what you're asking. I think probably now consistently, no, but I think that's a given considering this is a kid who actually reclassified a year up.
Sure. Yeah.
To go to Duke in the first place.
Yeah.
So, he should really be starting college
right
this
now.
year.
Yes.
So, I mean, all things considered, I don't really want to throw a number out in terms of he'll average this, that, and the third. I think he will show himself well as to being the number one pick in the draft.
I'm gonna put you on the spot since you said that. 20 points a game.
On
20 points a game as a rookie. Yeah, you're an A.
On the Mavericks team, I'm gonna probably say nay. I think he'll be close.
Okay.
I think he'll be close.
17, 18.
Yeah, I think he'll be
efficient shooting.
I think he might be like, like 16 and a half, 17, 8. But some nights he'll have 33.
Yeah, you know what? I like that thinking because and I'm gonna agree with you. I don't think he'll be quite a 20-point scorer, though he could be. But the thing that deters me from believing that he'll do that is he's young.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he's going to have the physicality to get in the paint enough to be that 20-point a game scorer.
Right.
I think they're going to make him a jump shooter on most nights.
Right.
And unless you're a very efficient jump shooter, it's going to be hard to be a 20-plus point per game scorer. you know, unless you can really do a lot of work in the paint, it's going to be hard for an 18-year-old to me to work in the paint a
Yeah.
lot.
And I think, long term, even as his offensive game develops, he'll always get his, a lot of his money defensively. And to that, I think there'll be a curve with him learning how to play defense in the NBA without fouling.
Yeah.
Especially with just that strength curve. But
Yep.
again, with players that are like uber talented,
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of come to the point where they just kind of get it.
Yeah.
Where it kind of just all clicks.
Though I think well, let me say this. Let me play devil's advocate a little bit. I think the benefit that he will have is that Dallas's back line is gigantic. So even if he gets beat up a little bit on the perimeter, the back line is extremely good. They got great back line defenders. So even if he gets a little bit crossed up on the perimeter, those back line, because they got Gafford and Lively and AD, who is maybe the best two-way big of the past decade and a half. Not named Giannis, what I'm saying? I mean,
when Anthony Davis is healthy and engaged,
he's a monster.
So. Oh yeah, dude.
So but I agree. I mean, I tend to agree that I think he'll be in that 17, 18 point a game range. He'll definitely be in the mix for rookie of the year. That kid from Portland, and his name is escaping me now. He's kind of a dark horse candidate for
Hanson Yang.
Yeah, Hanson Yang. There you go. He's a dark horse candidate for rookie of the year.
Are they gonna play him?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, they've kind of cleared the decks,
like
right?
Chauncey, my guy, man, but they be doing some weird stuff.
Man, his rotations are strange sometimes. I mean, I don't want to rag on Chauncey because this is a Detroit podcast,
right? And I mean,
he's very beloved here in Detroit.
I mean, Chauncey. Listen. I'm not, but
because I feel the same about Willie Green too with the Pelicans. And he's also a hometown guy, but sometimes I'm watching them Pelicans rotation, scratching my head like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Willie?
So, but I mean, I liked what I seen from Yang as well. Ace Bailey had a couple of good showings. VJ's had a couple of nice showings as well.
No, this rookie class is intriguing. I'm very intrigued based upon what I see in Summer League.
What's the other kid in San Antonio?
Is it Dylan Harper?
Not Dylan Harper, the other kid. What is it, Derek?
Man, I can't keep up.
It's another wing. It's another wing defender that they picked up.
Man, you gonna make me look it up.
But he his name's escaping me right
but
now.
We'll pick it up and give it to you later in the show. But yes, I'm very intrigued by the rookie class.
Yeah, I mean, you can't invest too much in Summer League, but I've seen it's a couple of standouts.
Yeah, yes, indeed. But switching gears to some more NBA offseason talk. I did see KD on, and man, listen, LeBron got so many of these podcasts, man, I can't keep up with which one KD was on, but I did see the clip where KD said, he made he alluded to Michael Jordan retiring, and basically kind of took a little jab at MJ for the retirement. And my thought about that before I pass it over to you is, back in that time in 1993, the first unrestricted free agent was really Charles Barkley when he moved to Phoenix. That was really when unrestricted free agency started.
Yep.
When these guys want to change the scenery now, they don't even have to be a free agent, really. I mean,
they can be a free agent 2 years from now.
Yeah, they could just demand out. Like Kevin Durant ain't been a free agent. He just demands out, and then they can leave.
Right.
So when you want to change the scenery, even from a basketball perspective, you can demand out. You can just decide that, and don't get me wrong, Kareem demanded out in Milwaukee back in the 70s. So I'm not going to act as if there was never player empowerment before. That would be intellectually dishonest. But it's never been like it is now. I mean,
no.
You get upset or you decide that you don't want to be somewhere, like realistically, and again, I hate to be LeBron centric, if I could take creative license with a word.
Right.
But if LeBron wanted out of LA, he could force his way out of LA.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, right. He could, because even though he has a no trade clause, he could force them to buy him out. Like he could start refusing to play. I mean, we saw it with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler forced his way out of Miami. I mean, we have countless examples of guys becoming disgruntled. James Harden, he forced his way out of Brooklyn. We have countless examples of guys becoming disgruntled and forcing their way out of a particular organization. There was no option to do that in 1993, really.
No.
You either had to stay with the team you were with, no matter what, whether you had family problems, a crisis, you were tired, you had made 3 straight runs to the championship and won, which neither one of them has any experience doing.
No.
By the way, no matter what, you had to stay with your franchise or you had to retire. So when they say that, I'm like, well, y'all been on 100 teams each. So yeah, like when you get tired of an organization or a front office or teammates, you just say, hey man, buy me out, trade me, I'm not coming back, and that's it, whether I'm a free agent or not. And that's the hypocrisy that I found in that statement. Yeah, I agree. That's cool. You committed to basketball and everything, but we in the player empowerment era, which basically means that guys get to team hop all they want.
Right.
Michael Jordan didn't have that luxury. So he had to, if he wanted to break from basketball or break from the Bulls, or, because I'm not going to intimate his motivations, what I'm saying? We can speculate, right? But whatever his motivation, though.
Right.
If he wanted to break, he had to just get out. That's all. That was the only opportunity. That's the only option he had to get away from the Bulls, is to, he couldn't force his way out. He couldn't say, buy me out. The players didn't have that kind of power for all intents and purposes in 1993. But I'll take your thoughts on those comments, and what did you make of
them? Man, it was like, it was super sucker, dude.
Right.
It's weak. It was weak, man. And it was like, whatever the rumors, whatever the conspiracy theories, whatever tinfoil kufi
right.
theories you want to come up with, after winning 3 championships, the man's father was murdered.
Right. That part, yeah.
The man's father was murdered. So, I mean, what are we really talking about?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm with you.
When Michael Jordan won his first championship, who was with him when he was crying, holding the trophy?
Yeah, his pops, yeah. Most definitely.
Who was his real MVP?
Yeah, his dad.
So, I mean, to just kind of say that and then laugh.
Yeah.
And then again, to your point about player empowerment, I just found it just like so just astoundingly hilarious that like Kevin Durant is like saying this, where like the last coach that he got fired is sitting right across from him laughing too while this whole shit is going down. It's Steve Nash. I'm like, Steve Nash, Kevin Durant is the reason you're doing the podcast with this goof LeBron over here, because he got you fired. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the whole setup was just weak, bro. It was weak, dog.
Yeah, for real.
Like, yeah, dog. So again, after three-peating and saying no other challenge in the NBA, because everybody had all of their money. I mean, we're gonna go 10 for a Kofi, had their money on Barkley and the Suns winning.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He hung 40 on them in 6 games and got them up out of there. Look that up.
Yeah.
You know, he said, okay.
That 93 finals stat line that Jordan put up was sick.
So father gets murdered. I don't know, as his way to mourn his father, he says, you know what, I'm gonna try and play baseball because my dad loved baseball.
Yeah.
And you know, that'll be I mean, people more, I can't tell this dude how to mourn.
Yeah, I mean, right. That's what I'm saying.
But they said quit and retire. They called it quitting.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Well, I seen this other guy join the team that came back on him down 3-1.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like, bro, like you can't
you got
like
5 jerseys in
like-
your closet,
like
bro.
the
I
nerve.
don't want to hear you talking about quitting.
like
I
the-
don't want to hear nobody talking about
like
quitting
the-
that got 5 jerseys in their
like the
closet.
nerve, dog.
Yeah.
Like how
I
many
can't-
times did either one of these dudes play 80 games?
Yeah. No, listen, bro. LeBron played once.
So I mean, for real, I just thought the whole convo was weak. Like I really don't know what this thing is now with like cats like taking pot shots.
Yeah.
Like it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's
agree.
weak, dog. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was whack. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
like,
I
you know,
did too.
I and again, man, and I hate the fact that it happens. But I think about like, see, this is what happens, man, when you don't have the experience of the black father, dog. Like real rap, man. Cause I mean, like you don't say stuff like that, dog.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like we see KD with his mom. We seen what LeBron James' mom's famous for. We ain't never seen LeBron's pops. I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I may have seen Kevin Durant's dad maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Dwayne Wade's father until he went into the Hall of Fame, dog, and he called him up to the stage at the end of his speech.
That's a good point.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to take that scenario where this man's father again was murdered, he ain't died from a heart attack, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't died from like diabetes, dog. This man was murdered.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? At the peak of Michael Jordan's life.
Yeah.
You flying high, 3 chips in. What I think Juanita might have been on baby number 2
Mhm.
or 3 or something. And then just like that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then for them to say that and then to be giggling. Like that was the part about it that was like super weak, to be giggling. And for what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these guys are collectively protecting a narrative about the guy still playing going into year 23 that still can't catch that guy.
Well, yeah.
That's why it was weak.
You know that's
it was weak, man.
And you know that's what that was about.
Yeah, it was a lot of sucker stuff going on to me.
And speaking of that
setup,
let's talk about the Bleacher Report, the top 100 player list. Of course, Michael Jordan is number 1. That's no surprise to anyone. Michael Jordan is the GOAT until somebody accomplishes more. We've talked about the accomplishments. We talked about the 13 healthy seasons. We talked about the 20 plus categories in which LeBron still trails him. We don't want to beat that dead horse. And we understand that we'll get shadow banned anyway.
Yeah. Like any anti-LeBron, like I said, I mean, this episode's a dud. I already know it.
Right.
But I don't care, bro. Like that was whack.
Right.
I mean, dog,
yeah, it was.
If it's whack, I'm gonna call it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, everybody has one.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have mine.
Right.
Period.
Everybody has one. But a couple of things that jumped out. Kobe at number 11. I believe Kobe is a top 10 player. I'll go on record as saying that.
Man,
I understand the the desire. Again, I told you that my tinfoil Koofy conspiracy about Steph Curry.
Yeah.
The LeBron, that's also a LeBron thing.
Yeah.
Because,
how ironic.
Because I think that Steph Curry is elevated because of LeBron, because the same LeBron fans that will tell you that LeBron is better than Kobe, because head to head, LeBron is 16-6 versus Kobe Bryant. They do not want to talk about the head to head between Steph Curry and LeBron, though.
Well, Steph has a super team.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, ignore the head to head between. That's why I think Steph, they have to put Steph as a top 10 player. Like they can never ever allow him to be slid out of the top 10. And I'm like, to me, Steph Curry's resume is fringe top 10. Like, if you really go into that, you know how many times Steph Curry been first team All NBA in a 18-year career?
Maybe twice.
4.
Oh, okay.
4 times.
Magic
was first team All NBA 9 times. He didn't play nothing near no 18 years. And I'm like, and again, I love Steph Curry.
Right.
So I'm not knocking. That's not a knock on Steph Curry.
Oh, I get it.
But I'm like, if you look at the accolades, Steph Curry's are very good.
Yep.
They're not insane though. Like it's not, his accolades are not insane. He got the unanimous MVP, which is insane.
Yeah, for sure.
but he's got one other league MVP. You know what I'm saying? He's got the 3-pointers. He's got I think how many scoring titles does he have? I think he's got
2.
a couple of scoring titles. Yep, which is great. But it's not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you start looking at you look at Kobe. Kobe's got most first team all defensive, with 9. That's tied with Jordan and Gary Payton, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at his first team all, he got a ton of first team all NBAs. Like his resume is strong, even though he's only got the 1 league MVP. I think he's got a couple of scoring titles. He's got the 2 league MVP. I mean, excuse me, 2 finals MVPs. Steph Curry only got 1. You know what I'm saying? So like you start looking at the resumes, you could easily say that those 2 should swap positions, but you could move Kobe even in front of some of the other guys in the top 10, in my opinion. I mean, I think that Kobe is a little disrespected, even though I will say that when I see people say is Michael Jordan 1, Kobe 2, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do think that Kobe is much disrespect. I mean, 11 is insane. I'm like, I think 11 is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
But
what are we doing?
Yeah, like 11 is crazy.
Stop it. Like, what do we do? Like, man.
But I'm telling you, it's the Steph Curry thing.
Man,
it's both. That's because of LeBron.
No, I mean, I think your points about Steph Curry, a lot of them are true and valid. You know what I mean? But my whole thing is, if you want to argue that Steph Curry the top 10 player, go right ahead. I probably wouldn't be one to argue against you. The only time I would argue against it if when you do some ridiculous nonsense like make him top 10 at the expense of Kobe Bryant. No, dog, that's not happening. There is no universe, multiverse, upside down world or scenario where Steph Curry is a better basketball player on a list of greatest basketball players ahead of Kobe Bryant. I am sorry. Dale Curry wouldn't tell you that. I'm sorry. Sonya wouldn't either. They be like, I love but Kobe, like, what are we doing, man? Like, is this like shit on Kobe month?
Yeah, I mean, it's
like
been
it's
a
just
lot
like
of Kobe
July has
yeah.
just seen some of the most nonsensical Kobe Bryant take. Like Pau Gasol should have won Finals MVP. Like, what is this?
Yeah, Kobe had a game in the 2010 finals where he scored 23 straight points.
Hey, man.
I'm like, and I believe that was game 6, the one that forced the game 7. Man. I'm like, there would be no game 7 without him, that performance.
Man, he shared the court with Jordan Farmar and Sasha Vujacic at high stakes for extended amount of time and came out on the other side and won, dog. This Negro, Steph Curry, lost with Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala. Man, stop, dog. And I mess with Steph, dog. Yeah, how this pisses me off that you got me talking down on Wardell Stephen Curry II, my guy. But, bruh, when it comes to the expense of the nation of Kobe stan, we are not having it at all.
No, man, listen, I rock with Kobe, man. I rock with Kobe. I'm with you. Listen, I'm like, no,
America, I'm sorry. Bill Russell at number 5 and Kobe Bryant at number 11 is a more egregious conversation to me.
And listen, that's another thing. The Bill Russell conversation.
And God rest Bill Russell and Kobe soul.
That's such a hard conversation to have because the old heads, it's gonna smell like Bengay and Old Spice up in here. If you in my comment section, listen, Bill Russell averaged 15 points a game, y'all. Y'all gonna have to give up the ghost on Bill. He played with 7 Hall of Famers.
Respect. Put him at 11 for the championships he got.
Right, yeah. I'm like,
stick him right there at 11, dog. That'll be his number.
He played with 7 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, man. Like Kobe
in a league where there was no player movement, bro. Y'all gonna have to give up the ghost on Bill Russell. Bill Russell was great, but Bill Russell lost out on being the rookie of the year to his teammate, Tommy Heinsohn. He didn't even win. That's how good and that's not a knock on Bill Russell. That's just to show you how good the team was. The team was so loaded that he lost the rookie of the year to his teammate. Yeah. The Celtics were so loaded back then That's why they won 11 championships in his 13-year career. Like the dude was, he was in the final. Like you could pencil the Celtics in for the finals every year. They had the best perimeter scorer, the best frontline defender, the best point guard.
And don't get it twisted. His defense made the offense go. Like,
he
let's
was a
not
great backline.
Yeah,
defender,
like
man.
But let's stop.
Yeah.
Like, let's stop. We talking about Kobe Bean Bryant. I'm not getting up off it. We talking about Kobe Bryant, and there's no way he's number 11. And some of these, like I said, I don't have a problem with Tim Duncan at 7. I don't have a problem with really Larry Bird at 8.
Larry Bird.
You know what I'm
10,
saying?
sure.
Magic at 4. I don't have a problem with that. Shaq at 6. I mean, okay. But but Kobe has to be near Shaq, bro.
Yeah.
If Shaq is at 6, there's no way Kobe's at 11.
Yeah.
Because Kobe wasn't having no 5 slots down nights when the S was thick.
No.
Listen,
we already talked about it. Kobe made them a dynasty to me.
Right.
Kobe is what made them a dynasty.
People got real crazy about it. Shut up.
Right.
We watched it. Go to sleep.
Kobe made them go back and look at some of the Western
Call
Conference
Greg
finals.
Popovich and ask them about it.
Yeah. Listen, go back and look at some of them Western Conference Finals performances, man.
Jaron Jackson Jr. Ask this pops about. Yeah, and again, man, Steph in the top 10. I wouldn't argue. Just at the expense of Kobe Bryant, I ain't hearing it.
And we already know that. Listen, old men, please don't jump in my mentions about the Bill Russell. I know Bill Russell was great.
Right.
I already know it, man. I'm thinking about one old guy in particular, man, who think Bill Russell is the GOAT. He about to be at me about my comments, man. Listen, I'm just trying to bring some equanimity to the Bill Russell conversation. I'm not dissing Bill Russell.
So what about the rest? So they have LeBron James at number 2, Kareem at number 3.
I'm all right with both of those. You could swap either. You could swap that if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think like 2, 3, and 4. However that player made you feel while watching them, you could kind of. You get what I'm saying?
My dad is a Magic Johnson guy.
Right.
He's a Magic guy. To me, that's my 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
My 1, 2, 3 is Jordan, LeBron, Kareem. That's 1, 2, 3. If you want to go Jordan, Kareem, LeBron, I know some guys who got it LeBron, Jordan, Kareem.
So you say your Magic is 4 for you, period.
Magic is top 5. Like if you want to sandwich somebody else in there, but if you got Magic outside the top 5, I'm just going to disagree with you.
I 1000% agree with you.
Magic is in my top 5. To me, when you're talking about versatility, you're talking about guys who influence the game, because that's always the conversation. And I don't want to get too far in the weeds.
No, bro, listen, you understand, bro. Magic Johnson, let me tell you something.
I don't want to get too far in the weeds.
Bro,
but when you're talking
career got interrupted, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. He was about to get Vlade out here getting busy. I'm here to tell you, bro. They already went to the finals with him. Man, listen.
So when people talk about the greatest point guard, and this is the debate that I always have about Magic and Steph, because they always, people try to say Steph is the greatest point guard, and I respectfully disagree.
He's the hybrid guard. Shout out to Rashad Phillips.
Yeah, and
he's the hybrid.
And I love Steph, but the reason why it's Magic is because, the argument that people use with Steph all the time is that Steph has influenced the game greatly.
Right.
And he has.
Right.
But I'm like, so did Magic. These big ball handlers, they thought that Magic would get the ball took from him. That's why they were hesitant to even make him a point guard.
Yeah.
Now we got point forwards and point centers.
Yeah.
That's Magic Johnson. That is his influence on the game. So we're not going to act like Magic didn't influence the game. I understand athletic wings is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand three. When I hear the term 3 and D, I understand that is Steph Curry. I understand that the 3-point renaissance is Steph Curry. I get that. I give him all props, but we not gonna act like Magic didn't influence the game.
Yeah,
These
see,
big ball handlers that we see is Magic.
yeah, I mean, and you know, there were big guys who can handle the ball, but the way Magic had vision, like Magic, you know,
They wasn't pushing the rock.
no,
before
Magic was different, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was an absolute orchestrator out there.
Yes,
period.
Magic made it okay for big guys to push the rock.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah,
There is no Jokic without Magic.
no 100%.
That's what I'm saying. There is no point forward, point center without a Magic.
And a Bird.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
a Bird.
And
I
Bird.
think the reason why he's lower is simply because his body just gave out on him.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Yeah, his career was good. But the thing
he
is,
decided to be cheap and not pay the guys to do his mama's driveway.
well, but also remember he was 23 when he got drafted.
Yeah, for
too.
sure.
He was an old rookie, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he fell out with Bobby Knight and
Yeah.
he extended his college
Yeah,
career.
Larry Bird's about to be 70.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, because Larry Bird, man, listen, Larry Bird very famously, and then we can move off this, but very famously, Larry Bird as a rookie, because they used to make the rookies carry all of the bags and stuff. Larry Bird very famously came in and told all of the veterans, I don't carry no bags, I don't get no water. I want to let y'all know that I don't get no water, I don't carry no bags, I don't do none of that. He told all of the veterans that.
As
So
he should.
yeah, so don't ask me. And don't drop your bag. Get your own bag off the back of the bus when we get off. Because Larry Bird don't carry bags. I'm not a bag boy. And he never did that. He was never treated like a rookie. And that let me know right then when I heard that story, I'm like, oh, that's why he ain't last at Indiana. Because Bob Knight, Bob Knight and Larry Bird, he ain't last a month at Indiana. He was gone off that campus.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he lasted a couple of weeks at it because Bob Knight is notoriously a hard ass. So, but yeah, I think he started his career late, and so he got old fast. But when Larry Bird was at his peak, that's why he reached his peak so fast too, though.
True.
Because he was an old rookie and he came in, was good right away. They started winning right away.
Mhm.
But I think he got old fast because of that too.
Yeah.
He just didn't have the extended shelf life. Whereas LeBron, somebody like a LeBron, he came in, he was 18. He turned 19 and he's had that extended career. So but at any rate, man, let's shift gears to some boxing, man. We had a couple of interesting things happen on the boxing scene.
Yes, sir.
Shakur Stevenson fought this past weekend. So did Malanga. He fought my man from Britain. He got knocked out. I think I pronounced his name right. It don't matter what his name is now, because I don't think we gonna hear from him very much in the future, because he got his head knocked off. That was the one that Canelo fought and couldn't knock him out. But anyway, Shakur fought Zepeda. A very good fight. Good showing by Shakur. Showed his chin a little bit, showed his defensive skills. And I thought down the stretch of the fight took control.
Mm-hmm.
And had a pretty good showing there. Also, Tank was arrested for domestic violence. He was detained, it looked like for less than 24 hours and released. But yeah,
I mean,
but not to make light of that situation, man, but it's always interesting to me when little dudes is engaged in domestic violence. Like, bro, you weigh like 140 pounds, my dude. Like, why are you jumping on women? Like, what's the problem? And he got a history of this.
Yeah, man. Like,
because remember, didn't he get into his girl at a fight one time?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what is your problem? Like, stop doing that. So what's the day? The 16th, right? They were supposed to make the fight announcement for him and Lamont Roach for the rematch on the 19th.
Correct.
Which is this coming Sunday, right?
Saturday,
excuse me. This coming Saturday. So hopefully, I got my fingers crossed that this situation does not delay.
I don't know what that leads to.
Yeah, because Lamont Roach came out and said that he had, I guess he had talked to somebody in the camp and all he said was that he just heard that Tank was out of he was out of custody and back home.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, but so hopefully this situation doesn't delay a fight being able to be sanctioned for August 16th, which was the tentative date that we had mentioned before. But man, give me your impressions of the Shakur performance, the Tank arrest, Taylor Serrano 3, which I believe is coming up here soon, or did they?
No, they fought.
They fought.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, the nothing burger, but I'll get to
Okay.
that. But Shakur showed me a little something in that fight.
Yep. I like the way he looked.
He showed me a little metal. He showed me a little metal in that in that fight. Not to say that he was struggling in previous fights, and I've never really been that guy that's like the fight has to say look good to me. Like
Right.
say if I was just like turning on the fight for the first handful of times ever. Like I've been kind of watching Shakur long enough to kind of
understand
know
his style.
So
and
but with that said, his last few fights, he just looked kind of just off, just kind of off. And it looked like in the early parts of this fight that maybe I'm
my
like,
man was pressuring him a lot.
yeah. And I was like, okay, pressure ain't really nothing new for him, right? And then, maybe when he got, caught a little bit, his kickstand went out a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Some kind
It
of
looked like a slip more than anything to me. I didn't think he was hurt, but
no,
it was
I
a
don't
good
think
shot,
he was
though.
hurt, but I think the slip was caused by Zepeda's fist.
It was an excellent shot. Irrespective of whether or not it hurt him.
Right.
I thought it was a really good shot. It was on the button.
Right.
Did you see what his little girl said? She said, he almost knocked you out. The baby said, I said, the baby gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, and but it looked like, from that point on, something kind of just clicked where he just dialed in and he got back. He was doing like some Floyd kind of movement defensively. Did you see that?
Shoulder rolling, yeah. I saw the shoulder roll.
Okay. Yeah. So that was good to see because I'm a Shakur fan. You know what I mean? I like Shakur. I mean, I've been a fan of him. I just, I get it. Sometimes you get tired of people chirping at you, and any man that gets to a certain point where they want to respond. But I just think he let his fist do the talking.
Yeah.
He'll keep cashing the checks.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah.
I mean? And then as for Tank, again, man, like, domestic violence ain't cool, bro.
No, I mean,
like, come on, man. Like, your hands are licensed.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to be randomly putting your hands on men that aren't of equal, legal
sanctioned.
You know what I mean? Like, so let alone a woman. And even if you wasn't, like, that ain't it, bro.
Yeah,
so, I mean, the boxing fan in me, I hope the fight happens.
Yes, of course.
But like the 45-year-old in me is like, dog, get this nigga some help.
Yeah, he got to cut it out. I mean, he really got to cut it out with the domestic violence.
Yeah, like for real.
Yeah, like I think you already made a good point about the fatherlessness, and he another dude. I don't know, and I don't want to speculate. I don't know about his relationship with his pops, but y'all got to cut that out, man. You know what I'm saying? You
like,
can't.
It's becoming too
right. You got way too much to lose.
Man, like
too much on the line, man. You got kids. You got to be smarter, and you got to handle yourself better.
Yeah, man. Like, keep your hands off women, and if you're paying for a massage, just get a massage. Just get a massage, dog.
I'm not even touching that.
I'm just saying,
one.
like, it's like been a plague of this type of stuff happening with black athletes, dog. Like, just like keep your hands off the ladies and just get your back rubbed and send them on their way, dog, please.
But I'm not even touching that last one. Hey, so
and Taylor and Serrano.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me your impression.
I mean, Katie Taylor landed more accurate shots. Serrano came out early, hit her power shots, but then after that, it was like, in Dragon Ball Z when they be swinging at him, but they be like, it was really pretty much that.
Okay.
For the rest of the fight. Now, like, if you're on the outside looking in and you see a fight like that go to the cards and you see that they give it to Taylor, you're like, oh no. But then you look at the numbers inside and you see that I think Taylor may have landed 3 more punches, but Serrano threw like 150 more.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right.
Man, so okay, so
So they'll have their fourth fight, I'm sure.
let me ask you this, man,
Like it's coming.
because our Canelo Crawford clips have thousands of views
They do.
on TikTok. So I need to ask you this follow-up question.
Oh wow, okay.
Because I feel like there's only one unknown in this fight. And
Okay.
I understand that we still got a couple of months and this is going to be discussed ad nauseum. So I don't want to beat this dead horse.
Okay.
To me, there's only one unknown in this fight, right?
Okay.
And that's Crawford's chin. I don't know that we've ever really seen his chin tested because the Canelo faction seems to believe that it's just that Canelo is going to knock him out. And while I don't necessarily believe that, I do believe that's Canelo's only chance to win.
Right, you have said that.
I don't believe he's going to outbox Bud for 12 rounds. I don't believe that in a boxing match that we going to get to a card and it's going to be like, yeah, Canelo outboxed Bud for 12 rounds.
Right.
No, you're going to have to put Bud down. If you're going to get something done, and if Bud has a granite chin and you can't do that, then that, in my opinion, there goes Canelo's chance to win.
Right.
Because Bud is the better boxer from my assessment.
Yeah.
Bud is a much cleaner boxer. He's going to land cleaner shots. He's going to take his time more. He's going to measure his shots more, while Canelo is going to throw caution to the wind a little bit more and not be as measured.
Right.
But what is your thought on Crawford's chin? I mean, what do we know about it?
I'm trying to think back. Well, I mean, there have been times where I've seen him get rocked.
Have you? Okay. Because I can't really recall a time where he got.
But like I said,
caught.
well, usually when it happens, when Bud gets caught, Bud gets angry.
He get mad, yeah.
Like when Bud gets caught, Bud gets angry, and and he yeah, as the record reflects. But again, with Canelo, now you playing a dangerous game, because I think, to your point, a knockout is probably going to be what it takes.
Yes, I agree.
So with that said, that's probably going to involve, throwing a lot of, power shots.
Yeah.
And, for Bud, I think he's going to have to rely on his skill, kind of soften Canelo up and see what he can find.
Sure.
And then, if he can find it, just kind of target it. And then, Bud has power.
He
but
does.
Again, like I said, that I don't know where his power will be moving up.
2 weight classes, right?
I don't know. Then again, maybe, and again, I don't want to take away from, the intelligence that he has that has gotten him to this point, where maybe he kind of took that, went to the lab, changed and worked on, worked on the lats and, worked on the hammies, you know what I mean? To get that, that power.
Yeah, that extra oomph.
So, he knows better than I what it takes, so that's just me. So, yeah, I don't think that's a game that he necessarily wants to play with Canelo.
Right.
In terms of, when Canelo may say rock him, it may not be to his best interest to like go back at him immediately per se, as opposed to sticking to the script.
Right.
Because a lot of times, that could be a desperation punch.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And if it don't drop you, recalibrate and stick to the plan. So
what do you think about Canelo saying that he believes Crawford is a better fighter than Floyd? Yeah, no, yeah, that's right. That I did the same thing.
Wow. A better fighter than Floyd.
Yeah.
He hasn't been in the ring with Bud yet to say that.
Well, I guess he's making his assessment based upon what he's
seen. I mean, I think he may be trying to sell some viewership.
Yeah, and also maybe sort of give his legacy a boost if he's able to get this fight.
That's
because
the modern athlete. The narrative is always key.
Yeah, because he was thoroughly dominated by Floyd.
Oh my God! But again, when Canelo showed up at that fight, when he picked up that weight, it was like, remember, this for the old folks. Like, remember the $6 million man, and he was supposed to be running fast, but he was really like,
Yeah,
that's how Floyd was seeing Canelo's punches at that point
yeah,
because he was
he
just too
was.
heavy and too slow.
Yeah,
And you could see it. It was just like turning into like a sparring,
yeah,
exhibition after a certain point. And, so to say that, about Bud and you haven't, done 3 minutes with him yet, pause,
yeah. Real
you
talk.
know, that's a little crazy. But again, like you say, he could be trying to beef up, what his stakes coming in and out of the fight.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's what I think. I'm
and
like
then
I
what is it
think.
for the zone special?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's on the zone.
and it's Netflix.
Is it net? Oh yeah, that's right. It
Okay,
is
well then,
Netflix. It is
there you
Netflix.
go. They're gonna probably shut down Netflix again.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm not excited about Netflix
Yeah.
trying to stream it, but we'll see because they didn't do a great job with the Jake
Oh,
Paul,
Jake
Mike
Paul,
Tyson
Mike
thing.
Tyson. Oh God, that
Kind
was
of choppy. You know what? Let's transit. Let's do some WNBA, man.
oh,
I always like to talk about the ladies, man.
okay.
Did did Caitlin Clark and Paige already? Did they have their head to head?
Yeah, they played, I want to say Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the fever blew them out.
Okay.
But I mean, I think Paige had maybe 21-4, and
Yeah.
I think Caitlin had a triple double, but Caitlin is having a rough go at it this second year in the WNBA. I think injuries are the main culprit.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been, but even in her rookie season, the turnovers.
Yeah, but
The turnovers are insane.
yeah, but she's shooting sub 40% and like
Yes.
20 something percent.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
so
she's having a really tough time. And then the turnovers are still up this year. She's over 5 again. Because I think last year she was at almost 6 turnovers a game, and the next highest person was at about 4. So she had 183 total turnovers.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, so she got to take care of the ball better. But otherwise, I mean, like
I think a big part of it,
young player. Though.
Well, I mean, I think the main culprits is, of course, any league, especially professional league, they're going to adjust.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And then I think the big thing too
playing with the best players in the world. That's that's how it goes.
No doubt about it. And then I think the big thing too was this. I think the past off season is when she first started to incorporate like weightlifting and weight training to her off season, and the body has to adjust to that. I think because a lot of her injuries are like growing injuries, hamstring injuries.
I was gonna say quads, and
and that's usually like workhorse, power muscles. When you're trying to do strength training, that type of stuff. So, I think it'll eventually all come together.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I think I just saw that the WNBA players, they did a player poll. And they asked the players who they believe would be the face of the league in 5 years, and of course, Caitlin Clark won that poll, and rightfully so, right? I mean, I think that's
in 5 years.
In 5 years,
5 years, the face of the WNBA gonna be Juju Watkins.
Yeah, well,
book it.
Juju Watkins was second.
Oh, okay.
Juju Watkins and Paige Beckers, I think, tied for a close second. And I think Angel Reese was third.
And Angel Reese, speaking of,
is playing well. Yes, she's playing great.
Man. The work is finally starting to yield results. The off season works with Lisa Leslie, I believe, and Phil Handy.
Yeah, shout out to Angel Reese, man. I'm in the Angel Reese. Hey, listen, I'm in the Angel Reese camp.
It wasn't that. It's like I'm definitely not like in the hate Angel Reese club.
Yeah,
it was just that. She just needs to get better. That's all.
Of course.
And she has. Yeah, she put the work in, and she's gotten better.
Yep. Made the All-Star team again. Shout out to her.
Yeah, I mean, she's far and away leading the league and rebounding again. Her field goal percentage is slowly creeping back up. But I mean, you can see her game expanding. Yeah. She's putting the ball on the floor more.
Yeah, and again, like I said before, I don't think that you're breaking any news when you say that a second year player needs to get better.
No, 100%.
You know, like and I said the same thing about Caitlin Clark. I'm like, it's not a knock when you say that second year player need, you know, like you said, you know, like you see a little bit of a sophomore slump. You see the 3-point percentage take a step back. You because you're trying to incorporate some strength, you're trying to incorporate, you know, some different techniques. You trying to and also the scouting report is changing because they've seen you for years. These are the best players in the world. I mean, people are not, you know, just like and again, not to be too LeBron centric, but when he was talking about not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, he assumed that the rest of the league was going to stand there and be sheared like sheep.
Right.
No, the rest of the league is going to adjust. They're not going to stand here while you have your coronation.
Yeah.
You know, as the king. No, the rest of the league wants to win too.
Yeah, some cat out in Oakland said, "Hold my beer."
I was just about to say, yeah, like the Golden State Warriors were like, "Oh, really? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4." No, sure. we gonna want to win too. So, yeah, I mean, when you're talking about professionals have pride. They see that the rest of the world is excited about this one or that one. And speaking of Angel Reese, did you see what Shaq said?
To Bob Griffin the third. Bob Griffin, like he is Bob Griffin from now. He is we Griffin. are not calling him Robert. RG. He is Bob.
He don't get a nickname.
He's Bob. He's Bob Griffin. Bob from accounting.
You quick to take a nickname. Yeah,
Bob.
like Glenn Rivers, that's Doctor. He don't get no nickname.
Bob. He's a sucker. He's been a sucker for
Bob
a long
Griffin
time.
Yeah. But Shaq threatened to punch him in the face if he because he I think he made a tweet calling Angel Reese a monkey.
Listen, public service announcement that I can't believe we're having in 2025.
Yeah.
Black people and monkeys, don't ever intersect those and not expect to get smacked upside your head or collared up. Like, just don't do it. Like, and if it doesn't happen on site, best believe you're going to be pulled to the side and told about yourself by that person who showed you enough grace not to go upside your head as soon as you did it.
And Bob, stop the buck dancing, bro.
Like, Bob ain't gonna stop buck dancing. We know that. That's why he's Bob.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why.
Stop buck dancing, bro. He stop showing your teeth, dog. Stop laughing when ain't nothing funny. Stop scratching your head when it don't itch, and stop dancing when it ain't no music.
Showing all 32 on demand.
Right. Like, stop that. That's why you got fired from ESPN.
My man, no, it cost Rob Parker his job because he put us up on game 13 years ago by calling him a cornball brother from a conversation he had on a barbershop he owned on 7 Mile. Shout out Rob Parker for putting us up on game. He knew it. He was a prophet ahead of his time. He knew Bob was a sucker from jump, and he called him out on it and lost his job.
Man, listen.
Black folks ain't monkeys.
Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, man.
CP time.
At the Everybody Has One, or as close as we can get, man. Everybody Has One podcast, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at the YouTube channel, man. That's Everybody Has the #1 sports podcast on YouTube. It's Everybody Has One podcast everywhere else. That's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Y'all make sure y'all follow us.
We everywhere.
Like all of the content, man. Share it, subscribe. Tell your people, tell your family members, talk about it, and, just propagate it, man. Help us out. And we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all next time. Everybody Has One podcast. Peace.